Hey everybody, it's Pastor Vern with the daily update today for July, what is it, 6th, 2020. Um, we did have in-person worship this week at the churches with fairly good attendance, moderate attendance, and different kinds of scenarios in each place. Um, we're looking forward to continuing worship together. And once again, we're going to continue with worship online so that if you are away or uncomfortable with being in groups, you can continue to go that route. And we're happy to have you do that also. Also, this week, I want to lift up to you as we're having a meeting for those who maybe want to start confirmation in Cedar Rapids on Thursday at 9 o'clock. Those would be youth that'll be going into the 7th grade or older that hasn't participated in confirmation yet. And if you're interested in that, please attend that meeting or let me know if it's impossible for you to get there. I need to have both the student and at least one parent there, as we have some things we need to discuss about the requirements and how we're going to go about things in the current atmosphere of how we are dealing with groups and so on today. Okay, so I'm still doing some research on the bad girls in the Bible, not quite ready to move into that realm yet. So we're going to talk about some other women in the Bible for a couple days anyway, and we'll kind of go from there. Today I want to talk about Deborah. Deborah shows up in the Old Testament, I think mostly in the book of Samuel, and maybe Judges, or Judges. Well, actually, she shows up in a lot of places throughout the relationship that she had with the people. Now, and she's a really unique character. She truly is. She is a woman that has power. She's a woman who has authority. She is the only woman mentioned in the scriptures that was a judge. She's also a prophet. And she acted as a priestess also. She didn't offer sacrifices, but she did. She led worship services and preached and did all those kind of things. And I guess that was the one thing that distinguished her from the other those who are filling roles of the priest. She just didn't do the sacrifices. She was known for her wisdom and her courage, and she's the only woman in the Old Testament who really has got that kind of notability away from her husband and or other men in the Bible. She was married, she was a wife, but she kind of made her own way in the world also. Some couple of interesting things about her is that she is the only person in the Bible other than Samuel that is called both a prophet and a judge. And that's kind of an interesting little tidbit that kind of tells you, yeah, she was somebody very special, and she was someone who is to be looked up to in a lot of ways. She's also considered a warrior. She led some. She had some leadership roles in the time when Barak was called to be a warrior for Israel and to bring troops and to go against Jabin and his commanders. She had an intricate role in that. She was one of them that was helping to deliver the messages that needed to be delivered to rally the troops to get that done. She also was a celebrated poet and songstress. So, she was a very multi-talented woman who I think would be a good pattern to follow in a lot of ways, because she based it all on the fact that she had this relationship with God that was very special. And she was blessed by that, and she had the opportunity to fulfill an important role in the history of God and his people. What's our key factors when we talk about Deborah? And I think probably she was obedient to God. That was one of the things that set her apart from so many people, and that obedience didn't waver even when things got difficult. She was courageous, and she stood true to the calling that God had given her as part of the leadership of Israel at that time. All right. Well, we're going to continue on with some women in the Bible for a little while here, and then we're going to move into something else. Say I'm still doing a little work on some things going forward. We're going to try to continue to keep doing these, even though we are starting to meet in worship. Plus, we're having some additional responsibilities coming up as we're starting to kind of ramp up some of the stuff in the churches again. Remember that if you can't be there in person, come be online with us on Sunday mornings. Or whenever you have a chance during the week to watch the worship services, you'll kind of keep up with what's going on in the series as the sermons are going along. Continue to take care of yourselves and watch out for others the best you can. Stay safe. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye.